When you picture winning a street fight, you probably imagine movie choreography, a rapid-fire sequence of blocks, parries, and complex wrist locks to disarm an attacker. But as Bruce Lee famously put it, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." There is a severe physiological reason for this. The moment a sudden, violent altercation begins, your body experiences an adrenaline dump. Your heart rate spikes, your blood vessels constrict, and your fine motor skills completely evaporate. If your defense relies on remembering a precise 5-step wrist lock while in a state of panic, your nervous system will simply freeze. You will get hurt trying to execute a technique your body literally cannot process. This is why elite operators, from US Army soldiers to MMA champions, strip away the complexity. They abandon encyclopedias of moves for a minimalist framework of reliable, high-percentage tactics. We can map this approach onto a survival pyramid, built on a hierarchy of mindset, mechanics, and arsenal. The base of our pyramid actually requires no physical contact at all. Long before a punch is thrown, a fight is waged entirely in your mind. The US Army Combatives Manual identifies this foundational principle as mental calm. It dictates that a soldier must maintain their ability to think, rather than allowing fear or anger to dictate their actions. Krav Maga instructors teach a similar rule of engagement. Evaluate the threat, gauge your opponent's state, and remain mindful rather than ambushing blindly. If you maintain that mental calm, you will quickly realize the absolute most effective self-defense technique ever devised is running. Creating distance ensures a 0% chance of absorbing physical damage. But if a threat corners you and escape is impossible, your mind remains your primary weapon. You can use deception, feigning compliance, or physical incompetence. By dropping your hands or acting intimidated, you break the attacker's rhythm, gauge their actual intent, and buy yourself a precious second of reaction time. Neutralizing the situation verbally or avoiding the altercation entirely is the only guaranteed way to walk away uninjured. The foundation of survival is winning the fight before it physically starts. When words fail and physical contact becomes unavoidable, we move to the middle tier of the pyramid. Here, the encounter becomes a pure physics equation. Military combatives emphasize dominant body position. Before any strikes are even considered, a soldier is trained to establish geometric control over an enemy. You dictate the angle of the encounter to ensure gravity and leverage work for you, not against you. You can see this mechanical mastery in Mike Tyson's peekaboo boxing style. Tyson established a formidable physical base by dropping his center of gravity and stacking his hips squarely beneath his shoulders. This compressed stance allowed him to survive incoming blows and load his body like a coiled spring. This diagram illustrates exactly how that stance translates to power. Devastating leverage doesn't come from wildly swinging your arms. It comes from the kinetic chain, torque generated by planting the feet, pushing off the ground, and driving that rotational force straight through the hips and into the target. This same mechanical principle applies if an attacker grabs you in close quarters. To neutralize their downward leverage, you have to posture up, use your forearms as frames, and swim your hands inside to reclaim the physical advantage.
If you do not establish this solid physical base and control the geometry of the altercation, you will be off balance, and an off-balance defender produces completely powerless strikes. Once you have secured your mindset and your physical base, you reach the very top of the pyramid, the arsenal. This is a highly specialized, low-risk set of tools designed to permanently end a physical threat. One of the safest standing tools is the Muay Thai push kick, or teep. By thrusting your foot directly into an aggressive attacker's midsection, you disrupt their forward momentum and safely gauge the distance between you, keeping your own head strictly out of range. If the fight hits the ground, grappling submissions act as the ultimate equalizers. Blood chokes, like the guillotine or rear naked choke, restrict the oxygen supply to the brain. Because they rely on constriction rather than blunt force, they bypass strength and size disparities to neutralize a massive threat in seconds. But street survival carries a harsh reality that sport martial arts do not. There are no referees, there are no rules, and fighting fair is an absolute liability. This chart highlights the anatomical difference between a sport fight and a survival scenario.
When threatened, Krav Maga teaches you to bypass the torso and target the most vulnerable anatomy, the eyes, the throat, the groin, using the hardest points of your body, elbows, knees, and heels. The peak of the survival pyramid is not about scoring points or executing traditional forms. It is about ruthlessly shutting down an attacker's biological functions so you can secure an escape. Street violence is messy, chaotic, and inherently unpredictable. Surviving it, however, requires an exact calculation. Effective self-defense does not mean memorizing a sprawling encyclopedia of complex holds. It means equipping yourself with a compact toolkit built on applied physics, psychological control, and precise anatomical targeting. Yet, there is a deeper psychological layer to this training. The ultimate goal of learning all these highly effective, fight-ending techniques is not actually to use them in the street. It is to cultivate an unbreakable sense of self-confidence. Knowing precisely how your body generates leverage and exactly where an opponent is vulnerable provides extreme physical competence. That specific competence is what grants a person the courage to remain completely calm under severe duress. The greatest victory of mastering self-defense is possessing the capacity to end a fight in seconds and possessing the situational awareness to ensure you never have to. Street violence is messy, chaotic, and inherently unpredictable. Surviving it, however, requires exact calculation. Effective self-defense does not mean memorizing a sprawling encyclopedia of complex holds. It means equipping yourself with a compact toolkit built on applied physics, psychological control, and yet there is a deeper psychological layer to this training. The ultimate goal of learning highly effective, fight-ending techniques is not actually to use them in the street. It is to cultivate an unbreakable sense of self-confidence. Knowing precisely how your body generates leverage and exactly where an opponent is vulnerable provides extreme physical competence. That specific competence is what grants a person the courage to remain completely calm under severe duress. The greatest victory of mastering self-defense is possessing the capacity to end a fight in seconds and possessing the situational awareness to ensure you never have to.